Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another StarCraft 2 replay cast. At least it is morning for me. I just woke up and told myself, man, I want to cast a lot of StarCraft today, and with a great coincidence, I just received 5 replays of VP Tang. Tang, a great Grandmaster player, has a few games against some very big names, including Braddock and In Control. We will look at those later, but we will be casting all 5 Tang games today, and that is going to be awesome. This first game is against a Terran player, ILikeWaffles. ILikeWaffles, I have heard of him before, but he is by no means a pro player, or I don't think so, but both these players are a Grandmaster, and they are very, very, very skillful StarCraft player. Tang is actually playing so much StarCraft lately, at least every day, 6 to 8 hours a day. He also has a very successful coaching site, tangstarcraft.com, and he has a crazy aggressive style against every single race, and it borderlines on the ridiculous sometimes. You think Jalizer is aggressive, you have not seen Tang. He is just relentless with his attack. I hope we do see the style in this game because I love it. It is so fun to see. Also, Tang, he has a very, very successful in-game channel, so it's Tang StarCraft. In-game, if you want some practice partners or some coaching, just chill there and look at Tang. ILikeWaffles asking Tang if he is a pro gamer. I would say so, since VP Tang plays almost exclusively StarCraft. If you're wondering what he does in life, he is a student, which enables him to play a lot of StarCraft. Now, apparently Tang got blocked, and it's looking like he's going to get blocked once again with this engineering bay, and look at that go. Players like to put down an engineering bay at the expansion here just because it blocks a bit longer because it has more HP, but Tang rarely goes for an expo first. You usually see him going for that pool first and very fast gas so that he can get a lot of speedlings off on the map. And there it goes, the SCV gonna run away. These lings gonna start hacking away at the eBay, but that is not gonna delay the expansion for too long because Tang has just now has the minerals to actually put it down. And he is still producing drones right now. He is at 18 workers against a 15-4 or Terran player. The Terran wisely throwing down a bunker. I wonder if he actually played Tang before, because a bunker at this point is very, very unusual, especially after this opening where you get a very fast factory. Those Hellions are going to be on the map, going to be able to take control of the map, although we don't see any add-on on the barracks, so it might not be some very fast Hellions. We do see a tech lab, as well as a second gas, so expect tanks from here, and this bunker is going to help defend, but a second bunker already going up. I can't help but feel that he really knows Tang. Tang is throwing down a Roach Warren, and ILikeWaffles saying, if I win, it's an Idra fan club rep. So ILikeWaffles is definitely an Idra fan club. I love Idra also. His band manners are so fun, but he tends to be a very, very, very long macro player compared to Tang. It is definitely going to be something else in this game. Tang is not producing any more drones right now. I wonder if he is going to build any more right now. He is at 19 harvesters. And really, 5 roaches gonna pop up. He is gonna be able to put some aggression here, but with 2 bunkers and a siege tank up there, I think he should really poke up with his lings. Does he have vision of this? He does not know what is going on, but 2 bunkers is really 2 bunkers and a tank is so fortified. I don't know if Tang is actually going to be able to bust this. 5 roaches are on the map, going to make their way across the map, and 4 more roaches in production. So Tang really completely stopped the harvester production, and I don't know if this is going to be enough. There is 1 tank, and with siege mode on, 2 tanks defending the top of the ramp now, and with siege mode, I don't know if he's going to be able to bust through this thick supply depot bunker tank wall. That is so much defense for ILikeWaffles right now. Meanwhile, Tang is still producing roaches and lings. This is incredible. Is he actually going to try and bust through this? He did poke up here and saw that there were 2 bunkers, a tank and everything. One bunker being salvaged that will play in Tang's favor right now. But really, if you look at the harvester count, it is now 25 to only 19 harvesters. Tang only has 3 drones at his expansion, and look at this. Look at the stream of lings going across the map. Tang is at 60 supply. He actually has so much army right now. This is a complete reversal, and we actually see more drones now being produced. 7, 8 drones right after this huge army. This will at least prevent the Terran player from expanding right away. The command center being triple command center. Sorry, I was speechless right now for a moment. Triple command center coming up for ILikeWaffle. One of them is transforming into an orbital. I do expect him to actually transform these other 2 into orbitals, and it will enable him to actually have triple mill. But right now he is very vulnerable. He does not know about this huge swell of roaches and lings, and he just opened up his front door. If the lings actually just run in here right now, they can do so much damage. There is only 2 tanks that are sieged. This third one is going to make its way onto the low ground and siege up right next to the trees. And I don't know if Tang actually knows about this. I think he saw the orbital command land. Now he knows about this transfer, and that is so many roaches, so many lings, 8 more drones in production. So I think Tang is actually going to try to bust through this. The roaches getting in position, the lings actually just waiting across right next to the main base. Meanwhile, he has droned up so much behind this. This is incredible. He has so much army, and now he is ahead in harvesters. He is just going to walk in here sniping a tank. These tanks on the high ground are actually not going to be able to kill these roaches as they make their way up to the mineral line. There they go. One more tank going to try and snipe these roaches. These roaches actually doing decent amount of damage, because now ILikeWaffle actually has to reproduce all these units that he lost. I don't know if it was a good trade, but now Tang is definitely ahead in harvesters. He is only on 2 bases though. He has not yet gotten his 3rd base. There he goes. This drone gonna make its way to the 3rd base to start it right now. And it is amazing how Tang really was able to drone up behind this, but now he has to start making defenses because, well, actually, I'm not sure about if he needs to make defenses. He did take out all the Marines, and these tanks will not be able to push out across the map without any Marine support. Another command center going down for ILikeWaffles, adding on 2 factories, and the armory is already done, so we will see only mech. A huge mech play by ILikeWaffles, only 1 barracks on the map and not even producing out of it, so we will be seeing a lot of tanks and a lot of Thors. And actually, Blue Flame is not even researched yet, so we will see almost exclusively tanks and Thors, and a lot of lings could actually be very, very, very effective against this. Thor's not the best against lings, and if the lings actually make it to the tanks, these will actually start killing each other instead of killing the Zerg. Now that is so many command centers. That is 4 orbital commands. I expect this one to actually float up and transform to a planetary fortress down here later on. That is 1 solid wall off, so I don't think that Tang can actually bust through this right now. His 3rd base has just now finished, getting a 4th and 5th base already. And Tang is just going to boom forward. He has at 102 supply against Terran's 80 supply. And I can't stress how unusual it is to actually see the Zerg player just try and bust through the front door, and how effective it was. It actually prevented the Terran from attacking for so long. It enabled Tang to actually get his 2nd base, his 3rd base, his 4th, and his 5th without really any stress behind it. Now Tang is producing a lot of mutas. He is up to 5 mutas. He is getting Flyer Tech level 1 as well as Ground Carapace, Zerg Melee, and Baneling Speed, those centrifugal hooks, producing a lot of Banelings. I don't know how effective it's going to be. Does Tang know about this huge mech play. He does not. He did see the armory though, and he does see it researching, so he can probably take a hint that there are going to be some Thors and tanks out on the field. Meanwhile, Blue Flame is researching right now for ILikeWaffles. This initial Viking is going to start picking off overlords across the map. Tang has not really spread his overlords except inside his own base. You can see that there are no stray overlords across the map. I like this creep spread is also pretty good. It's already out halfway across the map. It could have been better, but I mean, Tang has been so aggressive that he had to focus on his army. Right now these Thors are going to start moving out. This barracks is going to lead the way just to spot anything that is further up. These tanks are going to have to leapfrog their way across the map so slowly because of all these mutas, and if there are no Thors right now inside the main base, all these turrets are actually doing nothing right now. The mutas are very inactive right now for VP Tang. He could be flying across the map and just being annoying with these and trying not to approach the Thors. That is 5 Thors already. These tanks are going to start trying to bust through the destructible rocks and expect a planetary fortress to actually be made behind this, because it's going to be very hard to hold, especially since he is so close to the Zerg player, and you know that Tang is going to be relentless. As soon as he hits that attack move button, he is not going to stop, and it is going to be hell for the Terran player. Right now, only one Thor attacking these rocks. He is going to bring all these other Thors to help their buddy and really fortifying this position, building a lot of turrets. These mutas are going to fly in, deny these turrets at least for now, but the Thors are going to chase them away. Meanwhile, the mutas are making their way inside the main base. There are a lot of turrets, but that many mutas are not going to be detoured by these turrets. They can pick them off one by one and really not do that much damage to the mutas. Tang actually taking out all the turrets right now and going to focus down this refinery. Gas is such a great target right now because the Terran player is going full mech, and he is going to need all the gas he can because he really has no mineral dump besides these very gas cheap Hellions. Hold that thought though, he is going for a huge bust right now. Is he going to right click on the planetary fortress? He does, and it goes down. Sorry, it wasn't a planetary yet. He kills the command center and backs away right after that. He did not kill a single Thor. Actually, he killed one Thor, and that was it. One Thor and the command center. And once again, I mean, the Terran player could push out right now, but it is going to leave him so vulnerable to a counterattack because there are no wall-offs at the expansion. Another command center going to make its way to the gold base. So that was a lot of banelings to just kill that command center. He does not know about this other command center inside the ILikeWaffles main base, because if he did, I doubt he would have actually right-clicked on it, because there is, little does he know, there's just a spare around the corner. Tang is now maxed once again. That is a lot of mutas. He has to hold them in this magic box position because that many Thors can actually just one-shot all those mutas if they are clumped up. Tang just making his way across the map. It looks like he's gearing up for a counterattack, and I love this decision. This very mobile mech army is not going to do much at this point. If he actually turns back to defend his main base, he is just going to make himself so vulnerable, especially since it's an orbital command and not a PF at the gold base. These Lings are going to make their way inside the expansion. The 2 Thors are very vulnerable. Mutas are a bit clumped up here. They are taking so much damage, and really that counterattack was not as successful as it could have been. Maybe a few Lings could have just run inside the main base, but here it is, the other attack at the gold base. Some banelings rolling in. Will he get some nice SCV hits? It does not look like it. They just run away, getting a few Hellions, but not much. And really, Tang has just thrown away so many units. He is now still at 180 supply against 167 for the Terran player. How does he do it? He has so many bases. He is throwing up 4 more hatcheries just for production at this point. And he is going to stay maxed until the end of this game. I don't expect ILikeWaffles to get that much more mining up inside the gold base. A nice surround on the Thors. These Banelings gonna crush into Thors. Not the best trade, but we have seen actually Nestea doing that and it being very effective. A lot of Thors remain though, and a lot of Hellions too. Nice Baneling shots, making all these Hellions, getting them into the red, and very few Mutas, very few Lings, very few army left for Tang. But look at that production, 4 Ultras on the field with Ground Carapace level 3 as well as that +2 armor to the Ultralisk. A lot of Lings, and he is really pushing this down the Terran's throat, and eventually the Terran will not be able to replenish that fast, especially with the Ultras in front. That is going to be able to tank so much damage. Ultras are actually quite good against tanks and Thors. There is only 1 tank, 2 tanks actually sieged up, so these Thors are going to be all that is left for the Terran army, and these Lings are actually going to do so much damage if the Ultras can actually focus down the Hellions. These Hellions, they are going to be crucial in this engagement right now. And Terran just sieging up his position at this point. I can't wait to see this engagement. Here it comes right now. The Ultras are not in front. The Lings leading the way, being fried by the Hellions, but these Thors getting behind are going to try and clean this up. Only 3 Ultras remain, and Tang actually has to walk back home. More Ultras pop though. There are now 5 Ultras leading the way. 6 Ultras gonna try and engage this. Only 2 tanks remain for the Terran player. He has not reproduced those tanks, and that might be his downfall. There you go. All the Ultras cleaning this up. ILikeWaffles leaving the game, and what an incredible game by these 2 players. Tang being relentless with his aggressiveness, what he is known for, and stay tuned for the rest of these game, guys. They are going to be epic.